going on, Jay?
What's up? How's it going?
Hey, welcome to the PowerSesh, boys and girls. Haven't done a podcast in a little bit, so we're going to make this one nice and sweet. And today, we're going to talk about what drives us, okay? So like loss, failure, fear, uncertainty, lack of options, anger. What drives you, bro?
Can you guess? I'm pretty sure you can guess it, right?
I don't know. Like, I would say... See, I was also thinking of other things I could add to this, like maybe a lack of success, right? Like that shit pisses me. Like I get mad. So I would kind of just count that in with like anger and also failure because I would say like for me, like whenever I feel like I'm not doing anything, I get super motivated to obviously do something because, I just feel like I'm not doing much. So I don't know. What would you say? What drives you?
For me, it's fear.
Fear?
Out of all of them. If
fear
I
of like regret too. Forgot about that.
Oh, there's another. I'll get into it, but fear. Out of the biggest one will be fear, and then I think fear like outweighs all of them. To be honest.
Yeah, I would say
for
so
you.
As well.
What's yours?
So for me, like I wrote down all 6 of those. Like that was like the 6 main things that were pressing me when I was like working out. Right. So like. I was on one of my like 75 workouts and I was just like pressing along. I was pissed. I was listening to like hardcore like music and shit and I was like, all right, here we go. And I was just thinking about everything that made me want to just like, go even harder, right? And just like, like iron therapy, what people say about that. Yeah. Like how you go to the gym to like, the gym is your therapist. You just work out really hard and you freaking like die in the gym and that's what you do. Like, that's pretty much what I was like thinking, right? And all those things, like, again, I'll just say them again, okay? Loss, failure, fear, uncertainty, lack of options, so like no plan B, back against a wall, and anger. Like all 6 of those things, those are the main things that drive me forward.
I say fear stems from uncertainty stems from fear.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, because when I think of uncertainty, it's like uncertainty, like, will I make it, will I not, or will we get somewhere? Like, I have no doubt that we will, but like, I mean, obviously there's like times where it's a lot less precedent, I guess.
Yeah.
You question it clearly, so. But I would agree. You could wrap some of these in with each other.
The fear for me, every time I wake up, and I write this down every night, the fear for me would be running out of time. And for that, what I mean by that is, so I have this thing, I've always asked my dad what's his favorite car. And the goal for me is to buy my parents a house and my dad a Z06. He doesn't want a GTR. He wants a Z06.
GTR?
Yeah.
Wait, why would he want a GTR?
Because I like GTRs, but I'm just trying to push it on him. But he likes the Corvette.
Hey, fair enough.
Respect. The American dream, right?
Yeah, for sure.
If my
dad's the same.
If I were to have those 2 things for them, and if I were like to frequent like just die tomorrow, I'd be good.
Right.
But it's the fear of me running out of time and they get old and to do that. So that literally gets me out of bed. The fear of not knowing what's next, but it's also like a great feeling. Like this is why I didn't go to college, because if you go to college, you kind of know what's going to happen next. You get your diploma, your degree, and then you kind of know what's going to happen.
Do everything you're supposed to do.
Whereas what we're doing, we don't know what the hell's going to happen.
Yeah,
we don't know if it's, we don't know, but it's all, that's like the fun in it. So it's like, and the other thing is like, you're capped with college. You can only do so much in whatever
with this, the sky's the limit, right?
Like the sky's not even the limit.
Obviously, like, I mean, just because you go to college, that doesn't mean you're completely limited. But it's like, with careers that you can get out of college, it's like, what are you gonna do, right?
Yeah,
you're gonna become a doctor,
especially if you don't know what
anesthesiologist.
Like we don't know
$200K a year.
We don't know what we want to do yet. So and a lot of people say college is the perfect place to find out what you want to do. Yep. Yeah, not if it's it's gonna cost me $100,000.
Yeah, and that's like crazy.
Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Imagine people go to college because it's the perfect place to find what you want to do. So you change majors like 6 times. Like, dude, doesn't it just keep costing more money like over time?
Yeah,
it's like before you know it, you're 6 years into college, you've swapped your major 4 times. It's like you're now just getting started and you're like 26. Like, come on, dude. I just think that sounds so dumb.
Yeah,
and I just hate school as it is. Like, I don't know.
And then just going to off topic here, but going to school to learn about business about someone who's never owned a business is a little. Seems like a little bit of a scam.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. It's like that one in particular is like, you go to college for business.
Yeah.
And the guy who's teaching you about business learned how to run a business out of a book. Quote unquote, run a business. Like, I mean, there's just, I feel like, dude, those textbooks have to be ancient too. There's no way that they're up to date.
Yeah.
In terms of like,
I think they're
because everything moves so quickly. It's like you could literally have a textbook from like the start of this year and it's out of date.
I
Like
think
it's literally out of date.
the pyramids of Egypt are more to date than those goddamn books.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, that's one of the fears. I'd say another thing that I can categorize in that is the fear of unfulfilled promises I've made to myself. So like saying something you're gonna do something.
So that would be like failure too, right?
Yeah, that's another
Fear of
failure. Yeah, that's another failure. So not just fulfilling my parents, because like my parents came here, they came here with nothing. So it's like, it's that fear of like so much opportunity lost for nothing. So that's
right.
That's the fear. That's what literally wakes me up. And I've explained this to a lot of people. Like, damn, it sucks that you live with fear, but dude, it's the fucking best thing.
Because it drives you forward.
It drives
too.
me, yeah.
Exactly.
It is a bad thing. It could be a bad thing though. You got to be very careful with the fear because it could also be a detriment and you'll do nothing. So it's like if you're scared of like always being like a fear that a lot of people have, and at one point I had is like the fear of people's like judgment, always like opinions.
Right.
That'll literally you'll be a stick in the mud. But
yeah. So that's the topic for today. So like we talked about this a little bit before, but again, loss, failure, fear, uncertainty, lack of options, and anger. Now, next part of that, what drives you? That's the first question, right? We just answered that. Now, here's another question. Oh boy. Oh shit. Okay, we have a cat, like a stray cat in the house right now. So like
he's in here.
He's big chilling.
It's cold outside, so
yeah. So you might hear him a bit in the background. Just you know.
Okay.
Shit.
Dude, you can't.
Hey, all right. First guest on the podcast, boys. My man Onyx. What's up, bro? How you doing? When I said stray cat, I mean like
this is literally the neighbor's cat.
Yeah, it's the neighbor's cat. Okay, I guess he's sitting on me. Okay, but anyways, let's just continue here. We'll just let the cat do its thing.
Oh my god.
Now what holds you back? Like, what do you think 6 common things that hold somebody back are, whatever. Seems like those 6 words, 6 things that drive us forward, those same things would hold people back. Right?
Okay.
Like, think about it. Loss, failure, fear, uncertainty, lack of options, anger. I mean, you could take, like, lack of options, just remove that. But, like, let's just say loss, failure, fear, anger, right? So, I feel like all 5 of those things, or all 4 of those things, 5 of those things, whatever, however many number of things that is, all of those would definitely hold people back as well. Like, if we had a different mindset, it would definitely hold me back. I know that for sure. Like, okay, example, failure. Or like a fear of failure, right? Like, oh, dude, I don't even want to get started. I don't know if I can do that. I don't have a perfect plan yet. Yeah. Like, I'm going to fail. Like, that's the fear of failure. That's fear.
But for me, fail. Like, when I'm scared of to do something so bad, I literally jump to it because I'm so scared of it.
Yeah, see, and I think that's kind of the solution for this, though. Yeah. I mean, like, I'm the same way, but I think that's the solution. But really, like, what I wanted to talk about was, like, the topic of, like, you know, all these things holding people back, right? And the way they could look at them differently. So, like, okay, let's say, again, failure, fear, and fear, uncertainty, anger, loss, whatever. So let's say somebody's, they fear or they failed in the past, so they're afraid to go at it again.
Gotcha.
Because, I mean, for us, like, we have to, like, really... Because I feel like we can't really relate in a lot of ways here, but this is one thing that, like, I feel bothers people a lot, and it really stops them from moving forward. So, I don't know.
Well, it's going back to, like, what I said. It just depends how you look at it. Like, the anger, like, when people don't believe in you.
It comes down to perspective.
Yeah, the anger, like, let's say you want to do something and your parents or family members or boyfriend, girlfriend doesn't believe in you. It's going to cause you to get angry. And then you just say, well, fuck it, I might as well not do this because they don't believe in me, or, like, this is just...
Exactly.
Fucking...
And then, like, I think that...
You can use that as... Or you can use that as fuck you fuel.
Fuel. Yeah. Yeah, like, so there's 2 alternatives here. Either you're, like, held back by this. So, like, take an example here. Like, think of something in your life where you are held back by one of those 5 terms.
You
right?
You at one point wanted to do something in your life, and one person's opinion who meant a lot to you disagreed, and that
held you back.
Yeah.
You thought you second guessed yourself. Yeah. And instead of, like, what you thought was a really good idea, like, you immediately started, like, backtracking and being like, oh God, I don't know, man. This guy doesn't approve of me. Really, like, the way that I always look at that is, okay, this person doesn't approve of what I'm doing. They don't believe in what I'm doing. Okay, let's just show them otherwise. Show them exactly why they're fucking wrong.
Yeah.
Shove it down their throat.
Yeah.
You know? And,
Yeah.
like, I know it's like a meme or like a buzzword, whatever. It's like, you know, success, massive success is the best, like, revenge. Or whatever. Yeah, you agree? I think he agrees.
I think he's on board.
Yeah. It's true, dude. Like, you already know it. You know it. I know it. Everybody knows it. The best revenge is massive success.
A lot of people aren't wired that way though, so, and that's okay.
This is the rewiring, dude.
Yeah, it's just you got to change your thought process, because if you're always gonna take that the bad way, it's gonna be a long way to live a life like that. So, and
sure.
and that'll translate to anything else, like, you using that as fuel. Well, then also when you lose, let's say you lose a game, you're gonna use that also as fuel, because I just feel like it's a little change of perspective that you can do here, and once you do that little knot, because like, what's the plane analogy? Like, a plane could be going straight, and if you move it like a knot, what do they call it? Knots?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, knot.
Well, knot, I think, is like
the speed.
Yeah, that's speed.
Anyways, okay, if you move it like
a degree
to the right, you're in a whole different direction. So
yeah, you'll end up in a different part of the world.
Yeah,
literally.
Yeah. So it may seem like a lot, but it's really not a lot. It's literally changing that little. It's like I look at it as a knot. It's like perspective. Change it. If you change it in one thing, it's also going to change the volume. It's like a radio. You change it. You're listening to a whole nother freaking radio station. So it's like,
right.
You fine tune what you want to. I don't know. It's just, that's how I look at it.
Yeah. Now, how about the fucking anchor analogy? I feel like that applies here as well. I mean, it doesn't just an anchor doesn't have to just be a person, right?
Yeah.
All of these things, loss, failure, fear, uncertainty, anger. I've said it like 6 times now. All these things are anchors, right? And the way that you can look at this is this, right? What holds you back? All of those things? Okay, well, there you go. Those are all anchors. Now, what happens when you turn those into fucking propellers that drive you forward? You're unstoppable.
Yeah.
Because all of your adversity and everything that fucking stops you from moving forward is now something that's pushing you forward. It's doing the exact opposite. Instead of holding you back, it's pushing you forward. And I think that's a big deal here. And that's something that, we've taken the mindset of very frequently with like everything, right? And most people probably don't look at it this way. I would say like nobody looks at it this way. But really, like, look, you got things holding you back, turn them into fucking propellers. And that's moral of the story there.
Did you have a lack of options on there?
Yeah, lack of options.
I think it'd be the other way around. Too many options.
What, that holds you back?
Yeah. Like when people don't like, what's the right decision?
Yeah. That one's more something that drives you forward.
So
lack
then
of options.
So then I would say for that, it's always like, it's something that I have like, a lot of people that I know that I talk to on a daily basis, they say, I don't know if I'm making the right choice, I'm going in the right direction. I say pick one and make that the right choice, because you'll never know the alternative. So it's like,
yeah, 100%.
What are you going to know? So
yeah,
I feel like having too many options is just as bad as a lack of options. If anything, it's even worse.
Yeah.
Because the more simple you keep it, the better.
Yeah. See, for me, I think, okay. Yeah. It's okay. Okay, there you go. No, I think like
Hashtag
something.
Banned.
Yeah, right. GG, dude. Twitch TOS.
Literally.
Anyways, yes, the dice system's not gonna be in our favor this time, bro. But no. So like, again, what I was gonna say is like lack of options, right? So like, I guess that wouldn't be something that holds me back at all. Lack of options. Well, I mean, maybe it would be something, but like, I don't know, whatever. Anyways, it's definitely something that pushes me forward though, because I feel like I intentionally do this as well. And I know Andy's talked about that, but like putting your back against a wall. So like, you'll go out of your way to like remove options, right? I guess that's kind of what you were saying, like keeping it simple.
Yeah.
But like, I'll literally remove options and I'll make it like I have no plan B, right? Like, do you have a plan B?
No.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's just like against everything that we fucking work on or have ever like believed in. But it's like the only option is either win or
end up homeless. So
yeah,
it's either
win or die. Like literally win or die. Like you can either win or you can do nothing at all. And I feel like that's just like the mindset we take with everything.
Like, you know what I told you? Like, I'm literally willing to die.
Maybe.
Yeah. Like if this shit doesn't work out, I will die.
Yeah. It's like
so like
It's not like suicidal or anything.
Not
It's more
suicidal,
just
but,
like the outlook, I'd say.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's like not literally you want to die. Like, clearly that's not it. It's like you want to succeed so bad that if you have to go to the alternative for whatever reason, like, yeah, it's not going to happen. Like, you literally would rather die than do that.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, same. Like, I really just, with that mindset, it just forces me to, like, level up and, like, move forward. Just work harder, you know?
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know. Us not recording the podcast for, like, a week there, I was getting antsy, to be honest. I was like, what are we doing? So I just was, like, thinking of things we could talk about. But anyways, so you got that, and then it's, like, I have another thing written down here, like, play to win, all in or nothing. I feel like that, again, kind of relates back to having your back against a wall, right? And I don't know. I feel like people could really see this with me. Like, actually, I was on on Mob's podcast. She said that. She pointed that out. She's like, yeah, it seems like you go all in. And I'm like, hey, there we go, dude. And somebody recognized something. Like, I'm surprised she recognized that, to be honest, because, like, I'd never said anything about that, I guess, you know? Like, where she would have seen it, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. But I don't know if other people recognize that as well. But I mean, that's something that I quite, like, if I'm not going all in, I can't even find the reason to do it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like half-assing things. And it's not even just, like, half-assing things. It's like, if there's no reason to do something, why the fuck are you going to do it? If you don't really care about it, why are you doing it?
Waste of time.
Yeah, exactly. It's a complete waste of time, and it's like taking energy away from something that you could actually be, like, you know, creating productive whatever with. So that's the way I look at it. What about you?
Yeah, Sam, I mean, dude, we need to go back to this, but same with relationships. That's why it just never works out.
Oh, all in or nothing?
Committed. I'm like,
yeah, same.
if I'm literally going to do this, like, well, then we go all in.
Yeah. I really don't see the point in, like, you know, beating around the bush, right?
Yeah.
And, like, not going all. I really take that into everything.
Again, this goes
like,
back to, like, what we were saying earlier. Like, whatever one thing usually translates to a lot of other things in your life. So it's like, if you fine tune one thing, it's gonna help all the areas in your life too. So
yeah, like, why do you think 90? I'd say like 95+% of my streams are like 8+ hours.
Yeah.
Like, dude, if it's only gonna be like a 3-hour stream, I would literally just, like, rather not stream.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I really should stream in that situation anyways, but and I've been trying to do, like, some shorter ones, but like, I can't even justify it for streaming, like, amount of time streamed, which is ridiculous. Like, every single thing I do, it's like all in or nothing. I'm not playing to fuck around. I'm here to, like, win, here to dominate, and that's about it.
Yeah. Same with the podcast. I mean,
right.
It came together and we said if we're going to do it right. So
I'd say with the podcast, the one thing that, well, actually, I mean, I guess it's still us going all in. I would say, like, we need to be more frequent about it. But, like, the one thing that I will say, like, the reason why we're not is because of the fact that we're, like, struggling going all in with, like, the cameras and stuff. We want to have, like, 3 camera angles. We want to have all this. It's like, if we don't have that, then we can't even justify doing it, which is probably not the play, but, you know, I mean, it is what it is.
99% of the people who are doing a visual podcast have the perfect or the right equipment, you know?
Mm-hmm.
We don't, but we're still not letting that get in the way. So
it's true.
So we could have easily said, we'll just do audio till we figure it out. And then fucking put that away, like put that in the back of the burner like everyone else would have maybe. Or like everyone else does a lot of times, but we said, fuck it, we'll do what we can. We'll figure it out as we go. And
now, see, I think, you know what? Come to think of it, like, going all in, that also holds you back too. Like, that's something I probably struggle with. Like, going all in is definitely a thing that holds me back. Because if I don't have the best shit, I don't even want to do it. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, like, you remember when going back to, like, when I started streaming, like, I had the webcam, I had the mic, and I'm like, dude, now I gotta get a better monitor. Like, dude, come on, I don't need a better monitor. But it's another thing that kind of holds me back, and definitely with the podcast setup as well. Like, dude, we gotta have the 3 camera angles and the, you know, the nice table. So I think it was the table that we were waiting on or something like that. And it's like, if we don't have the table, what's the point of even doing it, dude? We're using a folding table. But again, I feel like that's something that can hold you back when, like, really the best thing for you to do is just fucking execute.
Yeah.
Like,
and, you know,
if you have the content, or if you have the I don't know, the proper mindset, like, you don't need to go completely all in every single time and have to have all the shit before you go all in. Like, okay, I guess that's the dynamic, right?
We all know that guy, the tennis player who has the best tennis racket, the best tennis shoes,
and sucks at tennis.
$500 equipment, and he sucks. You don't want to be that guy.
I mean, like, dude, I'll be honest. I've never even known a tennis player. I don't think I know anybody that plays tennis. But, like, it definitely happens streaming.
Or, to, like, the basketball player, too. Like,
yeah, or anything.
Yeah, anything.
See, it totally happens streaming. Like, dude, these guys, like, they'll see that I have, like, that we have SM7Bs or like a Go XLR and all that.
Yeah.
And they'll have a really nice mic and their voice sounds just fine. It sounds nice. And they're like, yeah, dude, I'm just waiting to start streaming until I get my my Go XLR in a couple months here. I'm saving up money. It's like, start streaming Go XLR. What? Dude, you don't need a $400 mixer to start streaming. Like, what do you mean? Like, literally just do what you have.
Do with what you can.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And like, I feel like, you know, that's just the takeaway here is like, even so we play to win, we go all in or nothing. I mean, at least I do. You do as well, right?
That's another fear, that is just having everything right before going.
It's something that
so
holds you back.
That holds people back.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that till right now. I didn't even realize I was going to say that, but like, yeah, for sure, holds you back. And I mean, it drives me forward too, but it definitely is the thing that holds me back for sure.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Any thoughts?
It's a very fine line. Like, fear. I know a lot of people that live in fear, but they get shit done because of that fear. And then there's a lot of people.
People that are driven by fear.
The majority of people who don't do a lot of things because they're fearful of just failing, which you're gonna fail. I mean, whatever you do. Like, there's everyone else that could be judging you has failed at one thing, and is probably failing at other things they're doing.
But guess what? Guess what failure is? Like, okay, let's just like give the example of like why these things should drive you forward. Should you fear failure? Obviously not. Should you be held back by failure? No, because failing is not a bad thing. It's a fucking good thing.
It's a lesson.
Like, yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, I know it's like cliche to say, what is it? You know, I never lose. I only win because I only learn. There you go.
Yeah.
Like, but it's actually true. I mean, like, every time I failed, I always learn so much from it. And like, I fucking hate like losing. I hate failing, and it happens like a lot. But on the other hand, I don't hate it because I learn so much from it. And it's like what Gary says, right? Like Gary Vaynerchuk says, like, he literally goes out of his way to potentially lose, right?
Yeah.
Is that what he said? I don't
want to like losing more than like, because I mean, think about it. All the times you've lost, if you didn't lose all those times, you probably wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be here. Definitely
I wouldn't.
Not. Yeah. We would have probably been in a comfortable place, in a cocoon, just fucking not knowing anything that we do now, because we learned everything from those fucking losses. So, if anything,
failure is everything. Yeah.
I hate to, I'd say I hate to lose more than I love to win.
Oh yeah. Okay. Here's another one, right?
But if I wouldn't take losing out of the equation, because I would not learn at all. Like, no one learns without losing.
Yeah, like, honestly, I feel like we should ask people that.
Yeah, that's
so, okay. Let's just do this, okay? Just think about this question right now. Do you love to win, or do you hate to lose? Because, I don't know what it is for me. Like, I still don't really know. Like, I remember when Andy asked that question, and I really have no idea.
Who's Andy? You reference Andy a lot, but
Andy Frisella. Andy Frisella, he's the CEO of First Form. If you ever watch my stream and you see my hat, it says First Form or Live Fit, not Lyft. I don't work for Lyft. But it's First Form. It's a supplement company, the best fucking supplement company. And Andy Frisella has literally got the best goddamn podcast on, like, whatever. The MFCEO podcast. Go fucking check it out, because guess what? Like, that's where we're not trying to regurgitate shit that we're saying right now or shit that he said in the past, but we're really referencing shit that he said in the way that we've learned from it. But like, at the same time, there's a tremendous amount of like things from his podcast that we're going to be talking about as well, because there's just like, that's how it goes. Everything correlates here.
College tuition.
Yeah, it really is. So Andy Frisella. But anyways, one of the questions he asked, are you a person who loves to win, or do you hate to lose? And for me, I'll be honest, dude, I have no idea. I still don't even know. Like, I know that I hate losing. I hate losing. But on the other hand, I love winning. But I feel like definitely like I hate losing more than I love winning. I don't know. What about you?
I don't know. But why I answer that question is, if you know which one you are, that'll give you a good intel of who you are and where to begin.
You think so?
Yeah, definitely. Cause
that's you. I have no idea.
Yeah, because I feel like if you know that, then that'll lead to other things that you can learn more about yourself. So you got to really ask yourself that question, think about it, because it's very hard. Like, of course you hate to lose.
Yeah, like you're probably on both ends.
But I've noticed whenever I've won on something, I've been very calm about it because I already expected to win. Whereas when I lost, I was very pissed off because I was like, that was not supposed to happen.
Me too. So are you?
I'm a hate to lose guy over a love to win.
Your answer was different before that, though, wasn't it?
No, I've always been a hate to lose.
You think? Okay, it was.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. See, I'm the exact same way. That's why I don't really know.
Maybe because I haven't won enough yet.
That's true. Right. Yeah. Same. Because like I don't feel like I've won, and it's like
I've all the odds. Yeah.
For me, it's not. I guess it's not that I expected to win, but like. Well, like I do expect to win, right? Like I don't expect to lose, obviously, because why would I expect to lose? Like it seems stupid. Like you expect to lose, guess what's gonna happen? You're gonna fucking lose. But dude, this cat's gotta chill. Jesus Christ. But for me, I guess it's like, not only have I not like won enough yet, it's also just like I haven't actually. Maybe I'm just not good at celebrating, you know, like celebrating wins. Because like I know that I don't even. Do you ever celebrate a win?
No, because I feel like I'm getting left behind. Like I'm.
Yeah, like I don't. It's like you already expected to win, so what difference does it make? I don't know. Like that's something that I definitely need to work on though. Is learning to like celebrate small wins.
Not celebrate it, but enjoy it.
Or enjoy it. Yeah, that's true.
Because celebrate it can be
temporary
like,
celebration.
Night at the club. Let's go.
Exactly. Which like, hey, if that's what you do,
yeah.
It's cool, whatever.
Mazel tov.
But it's like it's just not really my thing. But yeah, I don't know. That's something I fucking suck at. Though.
If anything, though, a lot of people celebrate more. Like, do you like to celebrate just anything? Like, oh shit, got a new car.
Oh yeah, dude, let's celebrate! I just spent $30,000.
If anything, when I got a new car,
I'm in debt.
And when I get a new car, I'm like very like, shit.
Dude,
there's a new car outside my house. It's like I gotta start working more.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's how I am,
dude. Okay, you know what? I just realized this. Whenever we won the Go For, dude, I wasn't even phased. I was like, okay, whatever. You know, like I didn't even like. I mean, I don't know if it's because the Go For is a weekly like tournament. It's like a esports tournament type thing. So if you guys don't know, that's what it is. But we won out of like 150 teams, and we win like in-game like currency type stuff. And it's like fun time. But anyways. Like we won, and I literally I didn't even feel anything, to be honest. I was like, okay, well we won. That's cool, I guess. Like, you know, I expected to like celebrate that shit more though, but I wasn't even like I was hyped, but not really. I don't know if it's because I was tired or like.
I feel like you're almost sad that it came to an end. Yeah, you were done chasing something.
Yeah. I mean, the whole thing about like people that really are in it for like the rise up or whatever. Yeah, like the process, like. It's weird though because I feel like I don't appreciate the process with like other things. So like, you know, streaming and all that, like I'm always in a fucking race with myself. Like, all right, we gotta go, we gotta win, whatever. Move forward, do more. And like, I feel like I don't appreciate the process at all. Like if anything, I get fucking antsy in the process. But with that, maybe it was different. I don't know.
Could be.
It's weird. Maybe I just haven't correlated it properly, but you know, it is what it is. Well, I don't know. Anything else you want to add?
Yeah, no, definitely for me, fear. Biggest one. You?
Shit. You know, I don't know. Maybe like anger and uncertainty, to be honest. But like, I think all of those things really drive me forward.
So I'd say certainty and fear are like on the big ones for me, if you want to put them together.
Yeah.
Anger.
I think I go both ways.
I can't be angry. You know why I'm not angry? Because
Why?
I have an abundance journal. Every morning I write down what I'm like what I'm proud to have, and like
so like gratitude
journal. Yeah. And after I write that down, there's fucking no way, like even if I'm in a bad mood, I'm in less than a bad mood. It's crazy how that works.
Yeah, I think anger is really what like drives me forward when I'm like working out more than anything. It's not like when I'm in the day-to-day like just doing random shit. Like right now I'm not fucking
like angry. I'm thinking about anger and like fuck, I'm still in the same position, like I just want to get there now. Go.
Yeah, plus like all the people who have like fucking said shit in the past where it's like they really like piss me off because they don't like believe me, whatever. Like that shit I fucking hate it. Like I literally have dude, I like you already know I have screenshots of people telling me that I'm a fucking bum.
Yeah.
Like certain people.
I told him to like post them all over his wall. You should frame them.
No, dude. I literally look at that shit and I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna forget that shit. You know, and I like that shit pisses me off. Like it echoes in the back of my head when I'm like working out or something, and I'm like, yeah, we'll see about that.
That's that.
And I'm fucking pissed.
That's that fuck you feel, boy.
Yeah, no, dude. Like I just fucking, it's like hardcore though.
Yeah,
like, this shit.
That's Jeff
this shit's
feel.
like, yeah, it is. Like you literally just use this like. So this is what we were saying, right? Like you have people that have like said that shit to you in the past. They make you, and it makes you really fucking mad. Whatever. You got a lot of anger built up. Literally, go to the gym and fucking burn that shit out.
Yeah,
like,
don't start thinking that they're right, and then you go the other way, and you're like, oh shit, maybe I should fucking just.
Yeah,
get
or
out.
where it becomes like a detriment, where you have all this built up anger, and you're just like you hate the fucking world, and you want to like beat the shit out of everybody that you see. Like,
yeah,
I think that's the alternative there too. Like, you're just super mad. You're mad at everything. Like, dude, go to the fucking gym and literally just think about all the shit that people have said and fucking get an insane workout.
Literally do the opposite.
You'll do it too.
What you're gonna go do is go home, like literally sleep all day, get depressed because that person doesn't believe in you,
and you'll in turn you're bunching it up more, and you're getting more angry.
Do the opposite. Literally, everything. Do the literally opposite.
Yeah, so that's definitely the solution for anger.
Yeah,
I'd say. Like, don't let that shit build up. Like, get that shit out. And I'm not saying, like, go fight some people, you know what I'm saying? Like, or anything like that. Or go, like, verbally fucking abuse your mom. Like, obviously, that's not the way you get fucking rid of anger. Like, I think the single best way to do it, go work out, right? Whether that be cardio, running, whatever. Literally just think about all that shit and think about how you're better than that. And just kill it.
And now also, like, I'm not telling you what to do here. I'm just saying
solution,
this is my advice to my own self. So a lot of the times when we're doing these podcasts, it's just a reinforcement of our own thoughts to ourselves, and we're just speaking out to you guys. So
true.
A lot of the things that we go through, you guys go through too. We're all the same.
True.
We all bleed red. So yeah.
Like whether, and by the way, like I feel like a lot of people probably have like no idea that I deal with this shit too.
Yeah.
Like it's really weird, like streaming and stuff, because I feel like people look at me like I do all this work. Like, dude, he's fucking bulletproof. He's invincible. He does all. It seems like he streams 24/7 and all this, and then he works out on top of that. And they look up, and I don't know if that's me doing a bad job of like showing the bad thing, like all the where I'm like demoralized. But like I don't know what I would even like do when I'm like demoralized. Like when I'm demoralized, I don't even want to talk to anybody. I'm like asleep.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Which it happens though. Like, dude, all this shit are things that hold me back, and they also drive me the fuck forward.
Yeah.
And that's all it comes down to. So like next up, like again, lack of options. We already talked about this. Like if you have a lack of options, fucking stop looking at it. Well, actually, I think that stop like not looking at like having a plan B all the time, right? Like play to win, go all in or nothing, and stop making fucking plan B.
Yeah.
Like if you have a plan, and I'm not, this is like just again my advice to myself here. Like you don't need to do this, but like I'd say like if you have a plan B, you're not committed up to plan one. Or plan A, you know, your main plan. Like if you're not committed to your main plan, how's it gonna fucking succeed?
Yeah.
Like when you need to literally give everything, put everything on the line and fucking kill it, like how are you gonna win when you already are like planning on it failing, right? Having a plan B is basically saying like, all right, well, okay, here's what I'm gonna do if this doesn't work. Okay, what is this if it doesn't work? So are you saying it's not gonna work? You know? I mean, that's the way I look at it. Like plan B was bullshit. And that being said, my mom always tells me to have a plan B. My mom is always telling me to have a plan B, which, you know, I mean, look, again, is she saying that because she fucking hates me and wants me to have a plan B because she thinks I'm going to fail?
It's not because she doesn't believe in you.
It's because she cares.
She cares. We talked about that, yeah.
And you know what it is? It's that she doesn't want me, she mentioned that she said she doesn't want me to be 30 with no job experience and have it be a hard time to find a job. Okay, so like, whenever, like, if your mom's, like, fucking up your ass about that shit and, like, saying, oh, dude, I don't know, man, you need a plan B, or, like, maybe it's really aggressive and it's like, what are you even doing with this or whatever, and it's like, you know, you're just getting, like, roasted all the time. Like, look, that shit's out of love. It's not out of, like, them hating you or whatever. Like, it's because they care.
Yeah.
If they didn't care, guess what? They tell you to get the fuck out.
Or they were just
maybe they did.
They wouldn't say anything.
Yeah, exactly. Or they wouldn't say anything at all.
Yeah.
Like, I'll say that whenever I'm, like, if there's somebody that I really just don't give a shit about, like, and they're doing some stupid shit, guess what? I don't say anything at all. I don't care. But if I'd say I'm like the hardest on my like closest friends or like the people I care about the most. I'm the hardest on them.
Yeah.
Like I'll just tell them how it is because at the end of the day, what's the point of beating around the bush? Again, all in or nothing, right? Like I'm literally going to like, I'm going to tell you how it is and I'm going to tell you what you're fucking up.
Yeah.
And that's all it comes down to. Like that's a good thing coming from me, right? So if I've ever said some shit like that to you in the past, like, no, it's not because I hate you. I might be very blunt about it, but it's literally because I care.
Quite opposite,
so,
yeah.
There you go. So their lack of options, no plan B. Uncertainty. What do you think the solution to that is? And uncertainty and fear. Obviously, these two things go hand in hand.
Jumping straight to it.
What's up?
Like just going at it.
Oh yeah,
That's the only
for
way.
sure. Like look, uncertainty, right? How do you have blind fucking confidence? I don't know how we have blind confidence. Like, what do you think? Like we know that it's gonna work, and other people would be like questioning of that. Be like, yo, your last podcast got 3 views. What do you mean it's gonna work?
Yeah.
It's gonna work.
I mean, when I do something like that, it's like, let's say, like whenever you start something, you're not gonna be good at it, and I'm like, okay, well, it kind of leaves me like with the fucking, it leaves me whenever you start something, like you weren't good at driving the first time, so you can't expect to be good at it. So that just immediately like relieves like the pressure off my things to like expect to be good the first time I go at it. So it's like that's what I do.
Right. So
I fucking cut my own hair because I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna be good at it.
Yeah. It actually doesn't even look bad.
Yeah,
honest.
I cut my own hair.
Yeah, I just realized. I just remembered.
I told her this. I come out because I was like fucking. I was like, I'm gonna try it, and then I was like, because I was scared to do it, but I was bored, and I was like, I'm kind of what can I do that's something like, because I take cold showers every day because I do things that are uncomfortable, and cutting my hair
forces you to get uncomfortable, and it forces you to have mental toughness.
Super uncomfortable because we're supposed to go to a family party. So I said, if I fuck this up, it is what it is.
Hey, wear a hat.
So I did it. Yeah, I was gonna wear a hat, but it didn't come out too bad.
Right.
Of course, it's not perfect, but I mean, it would be crazy for me to think I'm gonna do a perfect haircut the first time when I have never cut I barely cut my mustache, let alone my goddamn hair. So it's like, yeah. So it's like finding things like that. Just if you're scared of fear or of uncertainty, just jumping straight at it. Because what is the other alternative? Not doing it and even getting more fear.
Yeah, I think that literally march headlong into your fucking fears and just fucking crush them.
Yeah.
Like the only way to overcome your fears is to just go straight into them and fucking overcome them.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, okay, you have a fear of like starting your stream because you're afraid people are going to judge you. You're afraid of starting your fucking YouTube channel or your podcast because you're afraid people are going to judge you. Guess what? Best way to get over it? Just do it.
Because after that, you'll probably feel really good about it. You're like, yo, that wasn't, because you've built up this thing in your head where it's going to be so fucking bad. And it's not usually, it will never be as bad as you think.
Yeah.
And quite literally, people will come and support you.
Yep. So I said this as well. I've said this in the past as well. With the first podcast we did, I literally was like so nervous to the point that I felt like I was gonna throw up. Right?
Yeah.
I was super fucking nervous. I was like shaking. But then we started recording. We got a little bit in, and suddenly we're good to go. Right?
Yeah.
I feel like it's just normal. And it's like again, what am I gonna expect to be a god at the first podcast we ever do? No, obviously it's not gonna work that way. And it happened again with Mop's podcast. So like again, I mentioned earlier, I recorded Mop Garden's podcast, the Just Chatting podcast on iTunes, Spotify, whatever. It'll be out in like 2 weeks or so, towards the end of October. But anyways, again, I was super fucking nervous to go onto the podcast and like record. And really, like I'll tell you, the second I joined like the video call, I was like, okay, I'm good.
Yeah.
But like I'd say like the 45 minutes before, I like literally felt like I was gonna puke. I was like super nervous, and I don't know why that is. I've just always been that way though. And I mentioned this to Jay the other day, but like that when I said I had extreme social anxiety in elementary school and stuff, like that's literally the same thing that would happen to me.
Yeah.
I'd get super fucking nervous to the point like that I felt like I was gonna puke, right? And that's just to go to school, because like I'm like, oh shit, I might have to talk to somebody, and like I still have the same problem. Not when I'm going to just talk to somebody anymore.
Yeah.
Like I don't give a shit about that. But like with the podcast, like hey, I felt the same then as I did like however many years ago when I was like really young.
I would get that before basketball games, and then after like
same.
the
With
first
football.
few plays, I'd be like, all right, we're good.
Yeah, you just got to get
so
in it.
Weird, yeah.
So like more of the story there, like how do you get over your fear? Like you literally just start going and doing repetitions, just go through the motions, and eventually like really quickly there, you're gonna feel fine.
Yeah.
It's like a fear of going to the gym, right? Who the hell's ever gone to the gym and then like hated it afterwards? Been like, oh man, I regret
Why do
this.
people not want to go to the gym? Let's say they're overweight. They're gonna get made fun of.
Yeah, dude, no, that shit doesn't.
Dude,
the people I don't think it happens.
The people there will never. I can 99.999 will never make fun of you.
Yeah, and if they are gonna make fun of you, they're literally like a fucking dumbass. They're like anybody making fun of somebody
Yeah.
for improving their life and like trying to, lose weight and stuff. even if they're super fucking fit, like they're literally a bodybuilder, the dude's a fucking idiot. Like he's also a scumbag. And he probably sucks at everything that he does. Like, I mean, literally, that's the way I look at it. Like, if anybody's gonna sit and judge somebody like that, fuck them. Who cares? Irrelevant.
Those people are your friends without even like. It's like when you drive a Harley. You know, when you drive a Harley, you guys are already like cool, and you see another Harley driver, you're like, "Yo, what's up?"
I unfortunately can't relate, but yes, I know what you're talking about.
Like anything
same
else,
with the Stein,
same with the Jeep and anything. All these people do this.
True.
When someone sees you at the gym, it's the same thing.
Yeah,
like you guys are both, even though you might be unfit or like super fat, that person is trying to achieve a goal too. So you guys are on the same scale.
Yeah, you are 100%.
You guys are both trying to achieve something.
And also, I mean, for me, like the way I see it, like, dude, if there's somebody who's super overweight in the gym, dude, I fucking respect the shit out of him. Like, my man.
Yeah.
Good man. Like, keep it up.
Yeah.
Like, keep going. Don't fucking quit. I hate when I see people quit. I've mentioned that before, but yeah. So that's failure. Or no, sorry. Fear, uncertainty. Now, I think loss and failure, right? Like, I suppose failure could kind of be wrapped in with fear and uncertainty.
Yeah.
Your fear of failing. Yeah. We just talked about that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So then, or no, sorry, I messed that up. Uncertainty I didn't wrap in with fear, I don't think. Anyways, so last topic, loss. Now, with this one, I don't, like, the way that I was, like, thinking of it, right, is like, okay, you go through a breakup, you lose a loved one for whatever reason, like old age, whatever. Now, you're super depressed and, like, you don't really, I don't know, things are different now and you don't have that person in your life anymore. What's the best way to overcome that? Like, I looked at that as something that was holding me. Well, at one point, it probably held me back a bit. I don't know if I ever really had that. Well, yeah, I definitely did. I don't really know why I added that one, but, like, I can definitely see, like, I don't know what I was thinking when I added it. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
But now it's like, now that I think of it, like, okay, loss. You're super depressed. You're laying in bed. You don't want to move. What's the fucking one thing you should do? Move,
yeah.
Yeah. Now, the way I look at it, what does that person want you to do? Now, if you had like a breakup or something, right, and that's the loss you're experiencing, heartbreak, whatever the hell, you know, like that person wants you to probably stay there. Or it's like you could like continue laying in bed and be in the exact same position that you were at when you broke up, or you can start to move forward and improve your life. Because, like, I mean, look, the reality is, like, I remember I wanted to get my ex back when we broke up, right? And as I started, like, doing shit and, like, working out, and then I got the job with you and whatever, like, as I went through that, I started to improve so much in my head. I'm like, dude, I don't even want her back now.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's like, originally, because when I went into it, I'm like, okay, I'm going to do all this shit to improve my life to, like, then win her back. But I think that as you start to go along, you might realize, and you might be the same position as me, where you might realize, like, you know, maybe I was wrong about that shit. The same reason why I went into this, but this feels pretty good. I might keep doing it because, like, I'm just improving in all these areas, and, like, you quickly realize, like, you don't need that person, right?
Yeah.
And on the flip side of that, like, let's say you lose a loved one. Does that person who you lost, who you loved a lot, whatever, like, okay, like when my grandpa died, right? I think when my grandpa died, that's when I started working out, right? When I lost, like, the weight and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was around
a little bit afterwards. Yeah.
I think it's like 5 months or something, but, like, that's one of the things that kind of drove me forward, like, right? Like, I was super depressed about it and all this and that, but whatever. But, like, then I think about it. Okay, let's say that person's looking down on me right now. Do they want me to be sitting here, like, super depressed about it? Probably fucking not. Dude, the best way to fucking get over that, again, just go do shit and go become really successful and make that person proud. Even if they can't be there to experience it, guess what? You know, maybe they're watching down on you. Maybe they are very proud from wherever they may be. Yeah. Whatever happens, whatever you believe in, right? And that's kind of the way I look at it, at least. Best thing to do whenever you experience loss, just go fucking do something. So, there it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything else you want to add?
It's with that, the only thing that I think that can combat that is doing things and time. I mean, there's nothing else.
Time heals everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But not her window. No, I'm just kidding.
Wait, what's that?
Don't go break her window.
Not her window?
Yeah, time heals everything, but not her window.
Oh God.
No, but that's the.
It's so true though.
That's the two things. It's you got to give it time, and in that time you got to be doing something.
Yep. Like, the best way to pass the time, because time really does heal everything. Like, look, dude, when you're in this situation, you don't believe that either.
Can't bake that cake in 5 minutes.
Yeah, for sure. But do you believe that when you're in that situation, when you've read that shit, you're like, that's bullshit.
And that's just like same with
my situation's different.
I feel like I've never really had depression, but I feel like same with when you're like in a depressive state. When you're in that depressive state, you think the rest of your life is gonna be like that. You don't see the end of the tunnel, so you're like, oh, this shit sucks. I'm just gonna end it. Like,
it's foggy.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you don't know what could fucking happen in a year.
Yeah.
Like the way that I've had an analogy in the past with like the breakup, like when I like had that breakup and shit, and I was super fucking depressed and like suicidal and all that. Like, I didn't realize it until like 3 months, completely fucking foggy. I have no idea what path I'm gonna go on. And by the way, I also hate being alone. Like, really, I don't know if I mentioned this in the previous podcast, but you know why I was super fucking depressed, right? It's because, like, I literally hated myself. So I hated being fucking alone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I thought there's no fucking way I can live with myself. I'm fucking insane. Like, dude, I literally, that's the way I felt, though. Like, there's no way I can live with myself, bro, and be alone. But anyways, best way to go into a fucking relationship is to, I don't know, not need the other person. Like, you both bring things to the table, but you're not completely relying on each other for everything. Like, you know, I don't know. So that's like why I haven't like gotten into another relationship yet. It's like, you know, again, all in or nothing. Is there any fucking reason for me to go and like half-ass into some bullshit where it's like, you know, what's the point? It's just a waste of my time.
It's like the thing I told you.
And money.
Like, you built your house on her property, like I did too. I made the same mistake.
Did we talk about this in the other podcast, or is this a different?
No, what I mean,
you should hit it again.
What I mean by that is a lot of, with all these people like in relationships, and then they break up, is they get in a relationship. They get into a relationship, right? And let's say they move into a house, not an actual house, but a house.
Metaphorical
house. One of the person breaks up. Let's say the girl keeps the house that you guys were both in. Well, now you don't have a house to go to, right? So now you're fucked. And now this is the place where you're lost, depressed, and everything. Before you get in a relationship, you should build your own house.
You should both have a foundation.
Your self-esteem, your morals, your identity, your core values,
self-worth.
That's your house.
I guess that's same.
Yeah. When you're done with that, the foundation is strong. It's built. You have your house. If you go get in a relationship, you take that with you. You guys end up breaking up or whatever. You go back to your house.
You still got what you still got that to fall back on, right?
You'll be good.
There it is. Yeah. No, that's such a good fucking analogy.
That goes with it. I mean, that will translate, like I said, that will translate to anything else in life. Like, same with family problems and anything.
Like, I just think about that analogy, too. It's like, okay, I just think of, like, a fucking open field, but, like, everything outside of, like, her property is the fucking fog.
Yeah.
And, like, she literally kicks me out into the fog, and then it's like, okay, now what?
You have to go and try to find
I gotta go fucking find something. But I didn't even have a house.
Have a house.
Yeah, so like,
nothing.
What I had to do was just fucking start marching in one direction.
Marching, and you're trying to build this house in the fog, which is harder.
Yeah.
Whereas if you would have already had the house, you just walk in.
Yeah, seeing the analogy that I was gonna like, or that I used, I think, was like, I'm out in the fog and I'm just going in one direction, right? Like, I started working at the place and listening to the fucking MFCEO podcast and all these podcasts and all this self-development shit where it's like, you know, hyper success oriented and all that. And I just start going in like one direction and I just continue in that direction like fucking infinitely. Yeah. But like, as I continue to go along, the fog starts to dissipate. And it's like, you know, slightly every single day. It's a little bit more clear, a little bit more clear, a little bit more clear. And then I finally fucking get to this giant fucking property, and there it is, dude. There's the house. Like, I finally fucking made it there, and I've got all this shit that I learned with me.
Was the house there, though?
Well, I guess it wouldn't be a house. Just
you found the 2x4s.
I found the property, though. Yeah. You know, like, I found my acreage.
Okay.
And then I started, I brought all the shit I brought with me in the fog, and I threw it down, and we made the house, and now we're here.
Okay,
right?
fair enough.
Like, that's the way I look at it. And the house is constantly being added on to.
Yeah.
Like, it's constantly getting bigger, constantly, like, adding more values and all that shit and all the fucking beliefs, and there it is.
Dude, I'm at the point where I've built such a nice fucking house that I'm like, I don't want to go nowhere.
Yeah, dude, I don't want to leave it, man. It's fucking nice here, dude. Like, else, you know?
Not like morally, but I see everyone else's house, and I'm like, oh, that's a shitty house.
Yeah, dude, I don't know about that house. Yeah, see, that, and that's the thing, right? Like, again, like, what's the point of going all in on some bullshit where it's like, she doesn't have a house, man. Yeah. Dude, she's just like, you know, I mean, I'm not saying she like runs into everybody else's house, but like,
she's house bumping.
You know, hey, it's like, I don't know, the way I see it, like, again.
Same with guys too, so not just girls.
Yeah, it goes either way. Yeah. Like, obviously, you know.
I'm even building like a gate around my house now, so I'm like, I don't know if anyone's gonna get in here.
Yeah, right. It's like, dude, I can't let anybody in here, man. Like, I'm nice and fucking alone in the house. It's great.
And talking about like going all in, you come into the house, you're not leaving. No.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
No Jeffrey Epstein stand here, but just just saying.
Yeah, but
yeah.
like, dude, again, like another thing, like I look at it like, I guess going back to that though, like with the significant other thing, like going all in or nothing, right? I just don't really find a point. I don't know. I think the best, like, what do you think? The best couples are the ones that are already successful and then they get together while they're both already really successful, and then that's like a fucking power couple.
What is the thing that
like
we
Emily
always
and
talk? The thing we always talk about with social media, it's all instant gratification.
Yeah.
That's how all relationships are today. So that's why I'm a super long-term person, and Zach has
playing the long
it.
game.
Yeah. Where I think that's why I like suck at relationships. Like I don't think I suck at relationships. I just think I'm not in the right time for relationships.
Yeah.
Because I'm super long-term. Like, wow, you're thinking about marriage. I don't know if I want to get married, but like, I mean, what's the point of getting in a relationship if that's like not the goal? Like, I've never seen it.
Or if your values don't align, right?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, that was definitely a problem with me. Like, because I'd say, like, as we started doing, like, the business stuff, I found more and more that me and my ex, like, just disagreed on fucking everything. Like, she thinks I should become a plumber. I think I should become a billionaire. And I think that I should have, like, a multi-billion-dollar business and a G650. She thinks that I should have a fucking van, like, to plumb it. Oh, like, whatever the hell, however that works.
This
like,
is why mine didn't work out either, because it was... She wanted to live in...
Yeah.
She got mad at me because I said I wanted to live in a gated community, which I said back to building the fence.
Oh, my God. Here we go.
She got mad at me because...
This is so dumb.
She got mad at me because I said I wanted a big house, and I guess she doesn't live in the biggest house, and she's like they're very...
moderate.
Like, it's not... They're not humble. What's the other one? They're...
I don't know. I was just going to say, like, moderate, right? Like, they don't really care about that type of shit.
They don't care about money. I'm very, like... motivated by like nice things and stuff like that.
Yeah, fuck yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. But
just
we're
so you know.
we're just very two different people, and I learned to that it's okay to disagree, and we have to live our separate lives.
Yeah,
two different very houses. Again, mine is giant.
Like, yeah, right. Like I live in a fucking mansion, and she lives in a shack.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's okay. That's okay. She wants the shack because she's very moderate.
I am.
She wants a mansion. It's okay.
I can't remember the word. It's not humble. People always confuse it, but.
Humble or I don't know.
Mobility? No, it's not mobility. I can't remember what it is. Moral?
No, not moral.
You know what I'm talking about though, right?
Maybe. I mean, is it not what I just said though? Like moderate? Like they just don't really care?
No, it's not moderate.
Fuck, I don't know then.
Figure it out later.
Hey, if you guys remember, go ahead and leave us a review.
Leave it down in the comments.
Yeah, go ahead and leave a review. Leave us a comment. Be sure to like this video. Also, be sure to subscribe. Hit the little bell. No. But, I mean, okay. So I think there's another part of that we could definitely go into, though. Come to think of it. So, what about... Shit.
No.
I'm losing it. We might need to cut this. We might need to trim this down, guys. I hate to say. But, no, like... I don't know.
I think we've touched everything.
Yeah, I mean, I think we've pretty much covered everything.
Keep it stupid simple.
Yeah, true. I mean, I was gonna like there was somewhere else I wanted to go with that, but I kind of forgot, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's it. Like, you got anything else you want to add?
That was it. I'm very okay. I'm very money motivated, and I'm very materialistic motivated.
Materialistic, by the way.
Yeah. And
look, dude.
But out of all of them, fear's the one.
Yeah.
That's how I want to close that.
Okay. So for you, what drives you the most? Fear. For me, again, like I can go back to it. Let's just lay these all down one more time. I know we've done it 20 times, but let's go ahead and make sure everybody remembers, okay? Loss, failure, fear, uncertainty, lack of options or plan B, whatever, and anger. If any of those things hold you back, drop those fucking anchors. Get yourself a propeller. That's it, boys.
Get yourself a jet fuel.
Yeah.
Use that fuck you fuel. Yeah.
Damn straight. All right. Well, thank you guys very fucking much for listening. We appreciate it. Dude, that was a PowerSesh.
We appreciate it, yeah.
That was a PowerSesh, bro.
Was that the first PowerSesh? Oh, no, that was a...
No, because we had a PowerSesh before.
Yeah.
Hopefully, dude, I think if the camera recorded this properly, this is going to be some high-quality shit.
It really is. We'd had a special appearance guest, but...
Yeah, with our boy. Dude, did you see? By the way, did you guys see that? I don't know if.
Sleeping there, Jesus.
Wait, on the thing?
Yeah.
Wait, where?
He's down there.
Dude, did you see how much the curtain was moving?
No.
Oh my god. Yo, guys, if you want to scroll back in the video about 10 minutes, this curtain's like flying around. I literally thought it was about to rip the curtain down. And honestly, it would have been kind of funny. So like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
If you guys are listening to the audio version,
You might have to go check out the video.
you might have to go check it out. It's PowerSesh on YouTube. I don't know if you can find it by just typing PowerSesh, but hey,
Yeah.
I mean, if you follow me on Twitter, then you won't even need to do that. You just follow me on Twitter and you'll find it, dude. Twitter.com/UltraTV. ULTRAH.
Also,
TV.
one more thing. Since we did a rename of change, we lost all our reviews. So we would appreciate it if you guys would leave a review, because that's the one thing that really helps us out. So
Please.
and it'll help us get this out to other people that may hear it, need to hear it, need it. So we would appreciate that. But yeah,
Be sure to share the podcast. Leave us a review.
you guys with that.
And hey,
Yeah.
fucking appreciate you guys listening.
Till next time.
Peace.
Deuces.